Good afternoon. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. Today is book cover inspiration, wrap up, and reveal. So we're going to start with July's and then we'll move on to August. It's going to be very short and very quick. I threw my back out Sunday. I don't know how I did it. It just all of a sudden I couldn't move anymore. Monday I couldn't even get out of bed. So I've been in bed for the last 3 days. And today I had to do some stuff with my dad, so I had to get out of bed, popped a lot of pills, and off I went. But this is going to be short and quick, guys. I'm really sorry. And if I forgot anybody, I apologize. And I'm not putting names or anything in. I'm going to try and get this done before my back gives out completely. I haven't been sitting at all. It's very difficult. So this is the first time I've sat in 3 days. So let's get on with our book. So our book this month was Girl on the Train, and it was by Paula Hawkins, and it was a fabulous book. I had read it before, and I just listened to it on audio this time. So it was really, really good, and it was submitted by Karen. Thank you, Karen, for submitting it. I'm going to start with some of the projects. I'm going to move over very slowly. Let me move over. Ugh. That way I can get their pictures in here. I don't have them in front of me, and I'm sorry if I mess up, but I'm on a few painkillers right now. So first one's from Cathy, and Cathy has a YouTube channel. I'll link it below because I can't remember it right now. I know it's something, she loves yarn or something like that. But she's doing squares from Judy's summer collab, and Judy, and I'll link Judy's channel below too, is doing some tutorials on squares. So I know she's going to single crochet around it, and it's going to go into a much larger project. But these are the colors she picked from our book cover inspiration this month. And she used, I'm just looking at my notes here, Bon Bon Classic yarn, and I believe that's from Mary Maxim. And the colors are green and off-white. And thank you, Cathy. Next one's from Meredith, and Meredith is doing a pet blanket every month and a square if she has time. I know summer months is crazy too, and not too many entries this month, but that's okay. We all have things to do. So Meredith did a 12 by 18 blanket for pets, and it is from her stash. It's bulky yarn, and she used 8mm. I believe it's all single crochet. And then the square she's making every month is from Betty McKnit's website, and it's a 6-day granny square. Thank you, Meredith. And then Deb N is made a 12-inch square, and it's from Play Hookie with Me, and I love that channel. I'll link it below. And she made it out of scrap yarns also. And then this is from, I'm going to say Deb. I'm almost 100% Deb, but she didn't put her name on her email, and it didn't have her name, but I'm pretty sure it's Deb, and she's been using the Siren's Simple Granny Square, and she's using Red Heart and Big Twist, and she's doing a square every month, and I know she's looking forward to joining it at the end of the year. So that's her square. So what I've done this month is I did my own pattern. It worked out. I wasn't quite sure how. I started with 12 double crochets with a chain, one between them. And then in my second round, I did a puff stitch in the chains. And then after that, I just did granny squares. I did double crochet in the corners, and then half double crochet in the middle 2 squares, and then double crochet so it would square it up. And the yarns I used all different kinds from my stash. I'm trying to go through my stash and use it. I used in the espresso, I used an old Craft Smart, and the blue, I'm looking for it. I know they moved it. Light blue in the Loops and Thread, which is the old Craft Smart, and they're very, very thick yarn, as you can see here. Very, very thick. And then I used hunter green around my squares to turn it into a square. And then, oh, sorry. And I used my favorite color, spring green. And hopefully I have the book up here. I'm sure I do. So I decided to do a lapgan. Let me see which side. There we go. That's the right side. I'm going to have to stand up slowly because I can't lift my arms over my head that much. So that's the blanket I did there. And I just alternated the colors in these two squares. So that's the square I chose to try and make. And if anybody wants a more in-depth way of the pattern, I will just email me and I will definitely let you know exactly how I did it. And you never know, one of these days maybe I'll do a tutorial on it. Sorry, very slow moving today. So that was my blanket. And thank you for watching our book for August. It's my daughter's birthday in August. And she watches all my videos and she goes, Mom, I have to put one of my favorite books in there. I said, okay. So her favorite book, and it's a big series, and I have never read or listened to these books or seen a movie about it. It's the Harry Potter's series, and her favorite was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I think it's the very first book. And I Googled it, and these are the two book covers that show up on when I Google it. So you can choose. I have no idea which I'm going to do. I am going to download the audiobook because I don't think I can read it. I will listen to it, and I will pick some colors from one of these covers. So Amanda and Paige, and the reason this book came to my daughter's mind is because she's now reading it to her daughter. It was so funny when she was in college and working almost full-time at the hospital in emergency and the midnight shift. She had me wake her up because one of the books got delivered on Saturday, and in Canada, we don't get mail delivery on Saturday, and it was a special mail delivery on Saturday. And as soon as that book was delivered to our house, I had to wake her up, and she had to start reading it in the backyard. It was so funny. So that's the story about one of the Harry Potter books, and my daughter just loved these books. And she wasn't a child; she was an adult, but just loved them completely. And now she's reading them to her daughter, which I think is fantastic. So that's our book for the month of August. I will be back on the weekend for a whip weekend, and not much because I was in bed the whole time and I couldn't even crochet. I couldn't even lift. The first couple of days I couldn't even lift my hands up to do that. So another short, sweet video. So thank you very much for watching. And if you're going to read the book, I hope you enjoy it. And if you're just going to choose the colors, like most of us, have fun with the colors, picking out the colors. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.